Welcome back to Mr. O's Math 101. Okay, so today we will look into finding the volume of an item, and specifically today is focusing on cubes and rectangular prisms. Okay, so what volume really is, if you look at, this bottle right here, and you ask yourself, what is in this bottle? Okay, and obviously in this bottle there's Gatorade. So the Gatorade or the liquid is occupying the space within that within this bottle. So that's what we're going to try to find. What is the volume of this shape? And with these types of shapes, rectangular prisms, any types of prisms, okay, or these types of prisms, the formula will be L times width times h. Okay, this can be identified as length, width, and then height. And length can be found usually at the base of the shape. Okay, so here we have the length of 5 centimeters. Then we have the width of 2 centimeters, and then we have the height of 4 centimeters. And my formula already tells me exactly what to do. So I just plug in what I know and go ahead and do 5 times 2 times 4. Okay? So, all right, so I have 5 times 2, and I know 5 times 2 is, okay, I can do 2 numbers at a time, 10. So those numbers are gone. And then I can just bring down the 4. Okay, times 4. I get the answer of 40. So that is my answer. But I have to make sure that I have my correct labels. And my correct labels here will first of all be centimeters, and then is to the power of 3, because when we're talking about 3D shapes, it is to the power of 3. If we're talking about just a normal shapes, especially like a rectangle, then it is power of 2 when we're talking about area. Okay, so this is to the power of 3. So my answer should be 40 centimeters cubed, or to the power of 3. Okay, so length times width times height, that is the formula. And this formula also works for cubes. And cubes is where each side is the same length or is the same dimension. Okay, so a cube might have 5 by 5 by 5. Okay, but this still the same method applies. The same formula still applies. Okay, let's try another one. Let's say that I had the dimensions of 10, 4, and 2. Okay, and I'm just going to write this out slowly, and you think and look if I'm doing this correctly, and try it by yourself. So in this one, my answer should be 80 centimeters cubed. Okay, because I have to do 10 times 4, which would give me 40, and then 40 times 2 gives me 80 centimeters cubed. That is my answer. Like I mentioned before, with cubes, it's the same procedure. Okay, pretend this is a cube, where all sides are the same and everything is equal. So this can be 5, 5, and then this is 5. Okay, centimeters, centimeters. Dimensions could be anything really. It could be inches, it could be feet. Okay, then my formula is still the same. And then I just plug in my numbers. 5 times 5 times 5. Oops, times 5. Okay, so 5 times 5, I know it's 25. Okay, then you just multiply by 5 one more time to find your answer. And you could do this on the side if you'd like, especially those people that like lattice method. You go 25, 5 here. 5 times 5 is 25. And then 5 times 2 is 10. You can also do this with standard algorithm. This is 2, and this is 1. So my answer here should be 125 centimeters cubed. Okay, same thing. And once you understand the formula, you could just look at the figure and immediately know that all you got to do is multiply. 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 more equals 125. Okay, and that is finding the volume of prisms, rectangular prisms or cubes.